So let's fight another time. If I lose right now, Kimmy will really hate me. Behold, an old man. I might be getting too old for this. I'm all worn out just getting here. I'm still an active tamer though. Ho ho ho. You want to battle with me? I would prefer card battle, but sure, I guess I can do battle. And would you look at that, this guy also has a Brachymon. What the heck are the odds that two people on the exact same screen have the same starting Digimon, Brachymon? It feels like this is the AOA thing, that I'm finding two of the same Digimon. Deltamon. This old man is literally just that young kid that told me to throw the fight. They're literally the same person right now. Because they both had a Deltamon, they both had a Brachymon. So what the heck? What the heck, game developers? Why did you do a repeat fight in the North Sector? Because I can understand AOA troops being repeat because, they are grunts. But why did these two random people have the exact same Digimon? Yeah, literally the exact same. Because he even had a freaking Malteranimon. Didn't even swap out the third. It's like, why? Why are they copy pasting each other? Doesn't make any sense. And more slicing. Alright, you get to shoot me one last time, Malteranimon. Nope, you still failed. You still failed to shoot me, Malteranimon. You failed both the times. Across two different fights. When I was young, I was rash just like you. This brings back so many memories. Yeah, the memories of when you told this kid, hey, use a Brachymon, Malteranimon, and Deltamon. Trust me, it's gonna work. Alright, if you go here, I believe you can get to an item. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dive into this swimming spot, or swimming hole, so I can get myself an item. Because that is the point of the start of the stream, to explore North Sector, and then do the plot fight that is required in the North Sector. And no, I'm not exploring to pad out the play time for the stream. I am not doing that at all. You cannot prove that. You can't prove that I'm just padding out the screen time in this stream. Hey, I two-shot this Octomon too. Nice. I got ink on me. Why the heck did you do so much damage, Octomon? Heal. And I can afford to heal in mid-fights now because I am so spat. I'm so fast. I don't know why I almost said spat there. Maybe I started to think of the word speed, but then changed my mind to say fast and it became spat. Seabed. Like, if they were a fact that they had like one path only, the seabed would also be misleading, like how the tunnels are. But the one thing that the seabed has over tunnels is you just have one route you can take in seabed. Therefore, if the screen have the same name, it doesn't matter. But the circuit boards really should have been numbered, since there's so many routes you can take in the circuit board. And you're meant to be able to take so many routes in the circuit board as well, because it's supposed to be an intricate tunneling system that connects to multiple locations. And yes, because my partner Digimon is such high level, it won't be until Guardiangelo reaches around level 20 until Kotamon gets his first level up. It's gonna be like 20 battles for each partner Digimon before they level up. Or in Agumon's case, closer to 30 battles. Pouch Oasis. But this time, I'm on the other side of the bridge. And now I can finally get the chest that you always see in the at the beginning when you enter Pouch Oasis. Seriously, Erdron, we do not have time for this tomfoolery. Leave me alone, Erdron. We do not have time for this, man. What do you mean? Just because I took away the runner sandals, suddenly the game's gonna go, oh, couldn't run? Wow. How long? Let's see, I've been live for, oh wow, 40 minutes and already a box spawn. Charisma chip. I guess I'll just use it on whoever has the lowest charisma, I guess. Uh, 399, 450. Congratulations, Kotamon, you're gonna get a charisma chip. Because for some reason, your charisma is less than 400, while both Renamon and Agumon have over 400 in charisma. Wow. We got the lowest roll possible, because you can get 1 through 10 with the chips, and I got the lowest roll, 1. It feels like the game always tries to intentionally gives you the lowest roll possible when you use the chips. Which is kind of scummy that to have like, oh, 1 through 10, but we're gonna, like, most of the time just roll you 1 or 2 instead of actually rolling you 9 or 8 or even 10. Alright, Mr. Potato Head Octopus. Prepare to be cut down. I mean, Octopus really just looks like a potato head. Like a Mr. Potato Head. Like, why did it have to be brown and spotty like a potato? If they wanted to be like a shell to mimic Syakomon, then maybe they should have made it shell colored instead of potato colored. And also, Syakomon doesn't have the spots, so I don't know why it gets spots. Other than to make Octomon look like a Mr. Potato Head for no reason. Like, to me, it just looks like a potato. Yeah, I can't look at this and not think about potato. It's just not possible. It clearly is a sentient potato with a crown, 3 horns, and octopus tentacles. With the typical gun and sword that is the Digimon fashion. Because if you don't have guns, you have to have blades in Digimon. And the blade don't have to be a sword, it have to be some sort of a sharp weapon. I mean, look at Guardiangemon. He's all blades and no guns. He's so much blade that even his wings are blades. Which, I don't know how you can fly with those wings, since they're just made of swords, but I guess just don't question the logic of Guardiangemon's wings, I suppose. I suppose. I wish they used this name a bit more often in the Digimon franchise, the Guardiangemon name. Because it is a good name, Guardiangemon. Instead of using Slush Angemon that they use for Digimon fusions. Which I don't even understand how they managed to make that mistake. I mean, his name is Slash Angemon normally. How the heck did it get Slash to Slush? Like, was someone just drinking a slushy and then they thought, oh yeah, this Digimon, yeah, he totally looks like a slushy. Let's call him Slush Angemon. Oh hey, look, Icemon, because he couldn't afford Gotsumon or Meteormon, so he got Icemon. So if you just made this Icemon gray or brown, you would not be able to tell that it wasn't Icemon. You would then thought it was a Meteormon or Gotsumon. Anyway, you just had to get to level 10 to get Stingmon. Why was it I wanted to get to level 30 then with Guardiangemon? I honestly want to double check that with my evolution guide here. Why was it that I wanted to get Slash Angemon to level 30? Let's see. Slash Angemon. Ba 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 bum. Hmm. Where did I get level 30 from? He doesn't even get anything level 30. I mean, his other evolution is at level 20. Oh well. I guess I'll use Guardian to level 20 then, and then start immediately on Stingmon. Now, quick question: Did did the mod take care of the bot, or do I have to take care of the bot myself? Just to ask. Since my chat box has not up, is really bad at updating whenever the bot gets terminated or not. On my end, not saying it's not updated on your guys' end, but on my end, it doesn't look like as if it's got updated. So that's why I have to ask. I'm not sure why I didn't think of this sooner using Flame Breath. I mean, he's an ice Digimon. Of course he's gonna be weak to fire. Um, you are a person. Noble Sir Perrin. Battles are too violent for me. Let's enjoy this place more peacefully. Battles are too violent for me. Let's enjoy this place more peacefully. Another swimming hole. Which I believe will also lead to an item, so very important that I dive into this swimming hole with my sentient submarine. Now, I don't know if anyone has had any issues with me mentioning Time Stranger in this, or mentioning Time Stranger today, but hey, it's fair game. This is a Digimon stream. I can talk about Digimon however much I want. And I've been doing pretty good not talking about Time Stranger in my other streams, so I've been working on that to, try to keep the streams more relevant to the topics. I do not know why I tripped my tongue so much there. Funny that he gives exactly 200 experience points off Demon. Wee! No, not more Miss Potato Head octopuses. Or Octopussy? Yeah, I can say that. Reference Octopussy. I mean, it's an official movie title even, so you can't say it's a bad word. Because if it was a bad word, then that movie name should have been censored, Octopussy. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Ba-dum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. And in case you're curious of where I was grinding to get to level 40, well, it was a bit of a mix. Until like I think from level 28 to 33, because I believe that's what the level I ended with. That between those levels, all I did was just walk around in Phoenix Bay, beating up whatever Digimons and fishing in Phoenix Bay. So just beating up Beedramons, Pink Blossomons, Blue Tortamons, etc. That's all I beat up until I reached level 33. Then when I got to level 33, I decided to go into Jungle Shrine and into the Catacombs. And there I beat up a bunch of Skull Satamons until I reached level 40. So yes, for 7 levels with my rookies, I was exterminating Skull Satamons. Nice, I got that on the first try, because it's usually finicky to reach items in the undersea. Alright, take 2 with the Charisma chip. Will I get a 1 or will I get a good roll this time? Let's see what this says. Survey said middle roll. I got a 5. But I would say that I did the world a better, or, well, no wait, I have to say the sentence. Right. That I was doing the world some good by just grinding on Skull Satamons. After all, they are skeletons and they like the devil, given by the name being Skull Satamon. So I would say I was doing very good just beating up a bunch of them to level 40. Which I'm honestly surprised the Skull Satamon. Oh, level 15. I guess it became level 15 because I beat up those 2 tamers that were worth like 2 Octomons each. So yeah, I would have gone to like level 19 if it weren't for those 2 tamer battles. So I am correct, it's approximately 20 battles each. Alright, that's Kotamon done. Or, well, Kotamon got a level up. Now to be Renamon and showcase Sakuyamon. And now, finally, the name Fairy makes sense. I guess makes sense because now is a feminine Digimon. instead of being all these masculine looking Digimons like Growlmon and Gallantmon. Well, I guess a Gallantmon could be called a fairy because it's a knight, and knights usually are accompanied by a fairy, so I guess it's fair game with a Gallantmon being called fairy. But definitely a Sakuyamon. The Sakuyamon is definitely fitting up the nickname fairy. Solely because it's a priest woman with a giant staff. What's a bit funny though on the screens that, oh come on, really, did Octomon want to have a rematch that badly? It didn't even let me move an inch. And I knew what I was about to say before I got rudely interrupted by this Octomon was that it is a bit funny that on Kotemo's screen, he has two Digimons that are level 40, and then he had Guardiangemon leveling up. Whilst on Renamon's side, it has one Digimon that's level 99, another one that's only level 3, and then something that's leveling up. Like, that's a bit humorous. And then Agumon has a similar case, like, oh, one of them being level 99, a level 20, and then level 1. And I will showcase the mid-battle DNA evolution in the boss fight that I need to do for story. So in the story boss fight, that's where I will showcase the Omnimon DNA evolution. Because I believe by then, Ranamon should have gotten to level 41, and it would be Agumon's turn to fight. Especially if I keep running into all these Octomons in this under CU area. Like seriously, since changing into Renamon, I've run into like 3 in a row. I finally managed to leave the screen. I just had to do 3 Octomon fights apparently. Oh, of course. When I say I had 3 oh, okay. I was just about to say, funny that when I said I had 3 in a row, the game went, okay, we're not going to give any more encounters. Then, of course, as I spoke about lack of encounters, the game gives me an encounter. So, yeah, the games are definitely listening. I mean, how else would you explain this phenomenon that as soon as I complain about lack of encounters, I get encounters? How else would you explain that? There, my first technique, Electro Bolts. Oh, come on! Dude, I was literally by the exit. Seriously. Why are these potato heads so eager to fight me? Is it because I call them potato heads they're this eager, or is it because I'm a Sakuyamon? They're like, oh, we need to be with Sakuyamon. Yeah, it must be that. So like, oh my god, there's a woman in here. Quick, let's try our shots with her. Thank you. Now I'm out of the seatbelt. It was actually really easy to beat up the Skull Satamons for the grinding, because Skull Satamon is deathly allergic to fire, and all of my Digimons had fire, or well, almost all of them. I mean, Kotemon had fire because I was training Metal Greymon, Agumon had fire skills because I was training Black Greymon, and then, well, Renamon got fire once she learned Atomic Blaster with War Ground. But then while training Gallantmon, I just used normal attack. Flamedraman! Welcome, this is the legendary gym. I'm going to train you hard, so get ready. Ah, okay, so he has star training in wind, ice, and then 4 up to 5 basic stats. Like, I can understand why ice tolerance, because the legendary gym is in an icy area, but why does it have extra for wind training? Wait, does it? Where am I seeing wrong? Look at the chat box. No, I'm seeing wrong. There's no star next to it. Okay. It's just the ice, which makes sense. Makes sense why it has extra training on ice. Come on. Men, do. Hote. To be strong, your soul must be strong too. These are my ideal. These are my ideal training grounds. I mean, you could hack away at the ice wall without problems, I suppose. Hey, you. Raging Cecilia. Kazuya is such a scaredy cat. Why can't he play Digimon Online by himself? Well, if you would be talking about Kazuya from Tekken, I would be wondering what she was smoking, but clearly she's not talking about Kazuya from Tekken, so... Because otherwise, if she's talking about Kazuya from Tekken, she would have been thrown into a volcano for calling him a scaredy cat. Kazuya, Cecilia left me and left me and went by herself. I can't do anything by myself. What are you talking about, brother? She's literally right there. She didn't leave. You're still in the same vicinity, you dummy. You both are still in the legendary gym. She did not leave you. Hey, Pierre. Bonjour, monsieur. You're très bien if you've come this far. Card battle is for gentlemen. Duel, s'il vous plaît. I think I said that phrase correctly, s'il vous plaît. Weekend folder. I'll try out my green deck, or my green pump in this guy. Now, normally seeing this, I would have gone, oh, let me do a Grismon combo. But if not mistaken, this guy has a steal card. And he would just steal the Grismon card. So I'm not gonna summon a Grismon card. Instead, I'm gonna do this and leave it up to chance what cards it wants to give me. Yeah, I don't use any blue offensive cards, so your blue remove means nothing to me. Because my blue cards are just program cards. Green power! Yeah, they mean nothing, your blue power. I can summon a free Digimon, sure. Let's summon the power of Leomon.